Let's start learning a bit more about you and your journey. I want to hear about when Dave wasn't the financial expert that he is. Like, what were your mindsets? What was your relationship like with money when it wasn't where it is today?
I grew up in a household of entrepreneurs, and so they taught us that you can do it. That all you've got to do is leave the cave, kill something, and drag it home. I mean, that you can go out there and make something in this world, and that the free enterprise system is not broken. And it's tough, it's hard, but you can do it. And so I believed that, and I still believe it. And I went and got my real estate license when I turned 18, and when I graduated from college, I started buying and selling real estate, and starting from nothing, I got rich. At least by a kid from Antioch, Tennessee standards. I ended up with about $4 million worth of real estate and a little over a $2 million net, or a little over $1 million net worth. I was making a couple $100,000 a year. Now that's 1982. 20,000 bucks a month from the neighborhood I grew up in, that's called rich. And so we were having a blast, but I'd borrowed too much money, and the short version of the story is the bank got sold to another bank. They called our notes. We were doing flip this house before Chip and Joanna were born, and so the bank called our notes, and we spent the next 2.5 years of our life losing everything we owned. We were sued and foreclosed on, and with a brand new baby and a marriage hanging on by a thread, we had the opportunity to start over after bankruptcy, and it was brutal. It was brutal. It was gut-wrenching. It was life-defining, and it was at the time the worst thing that had ever happened to me at all. The worst trauma. To not be able to keep your word, to have your integrity just crushed by your stupidity, and it was. I come from an honor culture, and it's just it's a horrible thing. And so, obviously, now 30 years later, I realize it's the best thing that ever happened to me, because I learned a whole new way of looking at money. I realized that borrowing money was a bad plan, and we've since been able to put lots of data to that and millions of lives to that idea, that the idea of if you don't have any payments, you've got money, and you can build some wealth. And so we began a debt-free life at 28 years old, and I'm 62, so it's worked out pretty well.